Alrighty, welcome back. Oh my goodness, welcome back to the channel, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. We are back with some Minecraft. And as you might see, I'm trying out some new shaders that I heard from a good friend of mine. From one of my viewers, actually. He recommended me this one because he thought that this was a very light shader and it doesn't take too much from your performance, and it does look good. It does remind me of the Verify shaders that was on Minecraft a couple years back, which is crazy to say because how many years it has been. Let me change to something else. I want the ethereal one. I think that one was way much better. There you go. I think it's more colorful. I don't know. That just might be my bias, but I just thought that this looks really good. It does look like one of the earlier shaders in Minecraft, though. I think that's why it's so light and it doesn't take too much space in your GPU, and it doesn't take too much from your FPS, kind of. So if I'm playing this now while I'm recording on OBS, I'm at 95 FPS, so that's around 100 FPS, which is pretty good. I think if I use something like the one that I have here, which is the complementary Imagine. This one is a very popular one in Modrinth. Um, I think I just changed my shaders. I have to say the complementary Reimagine looks way better. I admit that, but it does take more resources to render. As you can see, I'm now only playing in 50 FPS, and if we switch back to the other one, which is the Makeup Ultra Fast, hence the name Ultra Fast, so that's why it's really performant. It does look nice, but not as good as the other one. This looks like shaders back in 2016, 2017. Those were some really good years that I have in my memory. Thank God for 2017, 2016, and I think 2016 to 2018 was, I could say, they were my prime years when it comes to learning a lot of new things. I don't know. I just like it that I used to watch Minecraft videos nonstop, and I would see shaders, and I wanted to have shaders on my computer, even though my computer was a potato one. I can't really run anything on them except Minecraft and a few other editing software that I had at the time. But those were some really good memories, in my opinion. Anyways, let me introduce to you. Oh wait, sorry. Let me update you on the things that I've been doing. We recently just went mining because I was testing out this specific shader inside the mines, inside the caves, and I have to admit I don't really like it. Mining with shaders on, it's very dark. So I think the main purpose of having shaders on is to, well, basically make YouTube thumbnails. That's one. To take really good screenshots and take photos with friends when you're in the game, and that's it. It's not as practical as you might have think, so that's why I'm not using it to mine anymore. If I go to the caves, if I go to the mines, and if I went mining, I won't be using any shaders because number one, it's very hard to see the water. I think this specific shader, the water is very transparent, so you won't see any kind of like blue water in the caves, and that's very hard to tell if this is water or this is just a regular block, because I remember I kept placing torches on water and it doesn't work at all. So that was quite annoying, but hey, shaders are pretty cool, I admit that. As you can see, it doesn't look as good as the reimagined one, but hey, it looks, I think it's still really cool. Another reason I think why this looks way better is because I have my render distance on 15 chunks, and I used to have it on 12 chunks. So let's see the difference in that. Okay, it's probably just the fog, that fog over there. Yep, everything else looks good. Alright, cool. Cool. And if I move closer, those items, those things, parts of the world will appear before the fog. That's good, that's good. Alright, so we just went mining. I was really lucky. I was able to find a specific part in the really large cave, lots of diamonds basically, and the fortune 2 really help out with the diamonds. And interestingly, I didn't found any iron. I think because I mined out all of the iron ores before, and I have some redstone and we killed a lot of skeletons, as you might have seen. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I think I had like 4 stacks of torches before going into that cave, and now coming back, I don't have any torches at all, and that just tells you how big that place is. And I need to cover a lot of space with torches because again, I don't want mobs. I don't want creepers coming up behind me and killing me. So let's not do that. Let's not have that. The lighting in the shader is very bright, I can tell. So this is the shroom light that I have before my bed. And I think if you move closer, it's not as bright. But if you were far away, if you were from far away right here, it does look quite bright. I think it's because of the white sheets of the bed. That's why I think the light reflects on the color white. So that's why it's so shiny. That's why it's so shiny. So let me just give you a few updates before we go on. I recently saw the performance on the YouTube analytics on my most recent video, and it's surprising. And there are 70 people watching it. I was like, "What?" I know for some people that 70 is not that much, but for me, that's a lot because I was struggling with 2 to 4 views per day for each of my video, and now I have lots of them. So I was really happy when I checked that out on my YouTube studio. I was like, yes, finally I'm making even more progress, and that just puts a huge smile on my face. And I said, you know what, I should probably record another video just when I'm free. Because again, the whole reason why I do this is because of YouTube and not for TikTok or for streaming. It is an additional agenda, I could say, just because I happened to start streaming and I found streaming really fun. And I was like, I should just keep doing this because of how fun it is. And until now, I still do it. I still stream on TikTok because again, most of my audience was from there, and obviously out of respect and because most of my viewers were from TikTok, I will keep streaming on TikTok for now. I think that's a pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair. I don't really need. Can I have Unbreaking 4? I think that's impossible. Okay, let me just cook the rest of these before I forget. Okay, so we're making charcoal here. That's good. Making charcoal because we need those 4 torches. And let's cook some of our iron over here. Do we have anything that I was smelting here? Nothing. Good. We have half a stack, one half, and a stack of diamonds. So that's very good numbers right there. 10 diamond blocks. Let's go. All right, we're starting to get rich. I'm really very rich of copper, even though I don't use it as much. I mostly have copper because I mine copper and then I can smelt them, and from smelting them I gain XP. So that was the whole reason why I have copper everywhere in here. Can I put this somewhere else? Maybe just put it here where the mob stuff is. I'm pretty sure I have the mob items, the mob crops scattered everywhere all over the base. So I'm not going to look into that. That's a lot of work. All right. Oh, the redstone. I should store redstone. I just remembered it. That's why I have so many red things here. That's because of the redstone. Ooh, and we're starting to get full of the redstone as well. Look at that. Look at how full this chest is. I like it. I like it. I have flint here, so I just should combine them over here. And yep, that's it. Good. I just realized I have a bow here. Why do I have a bow? I think I have a broken bow somewhere that I should just combine with this one. Was it... Wait, was it here? Ah, yes, it was here. Okay, let me just combine that real quick so that it will have the full durability. And let me make sure that my Animal Crossing music is still playing. Alright, there you go. Cool, we have a bow now. So that's good. Bows are very useful, especially when disarming creepers. Creepers are a pain in the butt, and I don't like having to encounter creepers every time. So, yeah. I don't know if it's because of the YouTube thumbnail that I have the shaders on for the thumbnail, so that people would visit the video more and they would click on it. It probably is because I haven't tried on using shaders as part of my YouTube thumbnail strategy, kind of. And I admit, shaders looks really good, man. These shaders look good. Look at how beautiful that is. Let me just do F1 And there you go. That looks nice, doesn't it? Let me compare it with the other one that I usually use. Ooh, this one looks even more pretty. I like that. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. All right, that's it. That's really good. I'll make that as a thumbnail today. That does look good. Maybe if I can climb up here, I can take a better shot of the house. Let me see. I'm just experimenting with stuff, so bear with me. Ooh, those things look really cool as well. Ooh, this looks really nice though. Wait, let me go back up here. Man, shaders does look good. This single-handedly have motivated me to buy a better GPU and computer, because I'm using my old gaming laptop to do this, and it's probably coughing now of how much I'm using this. I'm sorry, laptop. You'll have to bear with me. I'll definitely use you for editing more than gaming. I think if I game this all the time and stream on this, it will die soon enough. Oh man. All right. So yeah, something that I talked about with my viewers last night is that I wanted them to make. So I have a small Minecraft Realm server that I invited them onto, so that they can play there and I can visit sometimes and to look at their builds. I was just curious, I really want to play with friends, and so when I started the Realm server and I see my viewers really enjoying it, my very first viewers on TikTok, they were really enjoying it. I was really happy. And so I thought I should just keep renewing the subscription plan. Yeah, that's the word. The That's a very hard word to pronounce. I just realized that. The subscription plan, yeah. It's because it's monthly payments, so I do monthly payments with my credit card, and which is all fine because it's not that expensive either. And as a working adult, obviously I get paychecks every month, but you get the idea. It's just really fun to spend when you have the money. You can spend it on hanging out with your friends, and I think that's the only reason why I would chase after money. If that makes sense. Like I know I make a whole video about on why Christians should not chase earth, well, about worldly wealth, kind of. Yeah. It's because it's very unhealthy and it does put a strain on your relationship with God. And because I've personally experienced that, and I don't want that to happen to others, especially to young 20-year-olds such as myself. I'm sure that you've seen edits, you've seen YouTube videos on how to grind, how to looks max, and how to max out your financial plan and whatever. And it's a lot to cover. It's a lot. And it does take you away from being focused with God, to having some quiet time with your Bible and you know, with prayer. That's very important as well. And I don't want that to happen to other people that are of my age and gender. So, um, yeah, I just don't want to put my focus too much on that. But I do realize that financial stability has its own perks. Definitely, that's for sure, right? Because how do I say this? I don't know, because I guess I've been spending money on stuff that I usually don't want to spend on, and I spend it because I want to have fun with my family. I want to have fun with my friends. I was like, having a lot of money does sound kind of nice, because if I were to have a lot of money, I could purchase this package, and my friends and my family could enjoy this and this and this. And so that was what I was thinking when I thought about I should earn more money. And by earning more money, the obvious choice to go there, and the most logical reason to be able to earn such amount of money is to provide value to society. I know that crypto has been a large thing over a few days, but here's the thing: with trading crypto, it is someone has to lose if you want to win, right? That's the whole point of trading, because when you trade, when you sell at a very high point, the guys who just buy the asset at the very high price will experience loss, obviously, because they were at the top and people just start dumping their assets on the exchange or the trading exchange and whatever. And Now that's not a very healthy way to earn money, that's for sure. Some people can do it, some might cannot, and so the best way is to, number one, obviously work at a job. You know, if you are a cashier, if you are a retail worker, well, your boss needs you to watch over the store. You know, because the boss can, now let me just change my shaders real quick before I continue with my rambling. The boss obviously appreciate your work by handing you the monthly paycheck, because now with you around, he doesn't have to worry about closing the store, opening the store, cleaning the floor, and whatnot. And so that's one thing, if you want to be, if you want to earn some quick money, is a retail worker. And number two is, well, services. You can, I think for most young kids today, services would be the best choice in my opinion, because one, you can learn it pretty easily on YouTube, anywhere. Really, it doesn't really matter. Um, I started out with developing websites for a living. I had some freelance clients, you could say. Even till this day, I have people that want to consult with me on how they can up their website game and how they can just organize things way better. And that's what I do. I provide value in that sense. And when you have done enough projects, people will have trust. Now, trust is a very important part of making an income. And that is when people trust you a lot, you get more and more projects to do. And that's really nice. That's how people are promoted to managers. That's how people are promoted to supervisors, because, well, they've gained a lot of trust. I can leave this work without worrying about this other thing that I used to be worried about, because now I pay, let's say this guy is named Steve. I paid Steve an extra something something dollars per month as a supervisor, not as a staff member anymore. So yeah, never try to cheat your way out of a financial success. I think it's a very bad mindset. You always have to provide some kind of value to your clients, to your customers, to your viewers if you're a content creator. And that's the thing that you have to think about. You have to really think about that. Um, I guess I just want to say that sometimes it is something that's been happening in my country lately, is that people are leaving their stuff to trade crypto, and that's not that's not a very good plan, because if you want to trade, if you want to do some trading, either that is stocks, either that's doing some trading some meme coins on Binance, you gotta have a lot of emergency funds, because trading is very risky. Trading is very risky. As someone who has a very low risk tolerance, I could say, I would rather be hired with minimum wage to grow a business rather than having to trade crypto, because it's high risk, high reward kind of thing. And I just don't like that. I guess because I just appreciate it more when people are willing enough to grow my business for me. That's why I pay them. That's why we play employees. That's why bosses hire. And that's the only legal way for you to make money. And another thing that I've been seeing a lot in a lot of spaces is people hoarding up Bitcoin. Um, you can do it. I don't really care. You can save up in Bitcoin. But here's the thing, Bitcoin does not give you cash flow, man. No matter what you do, no matter what your ideology is, Bitcoin will still be an asset. And it's not a currency yet that a lot of countries are willing to trade for. Not a lot of countries are willing to have Bitcoin as a medium of exchange, at least not yet. And so my main point is to build your own passive income. Build cash flow, increase your cash flow, increase your active income. That's the only best way you can do it. And one of them is by increasing your hard skills and your technical skills, and whatever you hear this in every seminar and workshop you will have attended probably. Um, but yeah, I just don't like the idea that people expect to earn money super quickly, because it doesn't happen that quickly. There is a whole process that you have to tweak and kind of experience before you are able to make such amount of money quickly. I hope that makes sense to you guys, but I just see that a lot in younger people nowadays. They expect instant results. and including me, I used to be that guy who expected instant results when I go into something, and I thought this is not a very healthy way to think about earning money. And so, because of that, I realized that I was really greedy. Something that I learned about being a Christian is to make yourself holy because you are sons and daughters of God. And one of those things is to stay away from lust. Lust is not about only about sexual thing, in my opinion. It's about, you know, thinking about things that I guess are not godly, and you wanting something so bad that you sacrifice your relationship with your creator because I just want to earn some extra money tonight. That's not really a healthy way to see it. And as I'm speaking now, I'm also reminding myself that hey, you should not do this because it's bad. Um, I'm sure you guys get the idea. I was just really troubled with that fact, that I was straying away from my habits, um, my religious habits, and because I wanted to earn some extra cash. And yeah, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Don't like it one bit. But about streaming, I just try to make it consistent. I know that most of my viewers understand that I cannot stream for long hours because obviously I have a job. I have a job, and I can't really stream that much. Sometimes I just do recordings like these because I know that I can't stream tonight, or I can't stream for the next like 2 weeks or maybe a week. I don't know. Things change, man. Schedule changes. Schedules change every time, and that's how it is when you work as an adult. There are not as many things that are stable, so you kind of have to rely on yourself on most of the things. Never rely on the government. Never rely on government programs. It's very fragile. There are a lot of things you have to account for, no matter what route you choose. Right? So yeah, never be ashamed to work retail work, guys. You can always have that extra cash, and make friends, make a lot of friends, because make a lot of friends and inspire a lot of friends. Something that I see with people having relationships nowadays is that they want to earn something from the other person, they want to take something from the other person. And I used to be that person with my ex. It wasn't a very successful relationship as well. But you get the idea. I think because I was demanding too much, that's number one. And number two, that I think both of us were demanding too much at the same time. And so we didn't really want to do anything because in our heads, we were like, oh, he's demanding too much, or oh, she's demanding too much from me. And I think I cannot fulfill such demand, so that I'll just, I'll just end the relationship. And so I did. That was the whole reason why I did it also. Uh, Now things are starting to get deep. But yeah, I was just trying to lay out my thoughts as much as I can when I do these recordings, because again, we like terraforming this whole place, and it's a lot of work. I tell you, we're just partially done with this, so we still have lots of stuff to do. Man, life is hard, isn't it, guys? Life is really hard. Bum, 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 bum. I haven't done any the Marshall Post podcast episode yet, which I'm planning to continue on in a few weeks. I've been busy on some work. I've Let's just say that I have very exciting future projects that I can expect to do, and so I'm like preparing myself for it. I think that's very important because I don't want to be unprepared. I just want to be prepared for it. Just because I know that this thing is gonna work this time, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna be ready once that door of opportunity opens. I'm gonna be slamming it open. Like, here I am. I'm the first in the line. I did not bring any logs too. I should bring some logs. Wait, let me take some logs for the windows. Right. Wait, how long has I been recording? 24 minutes. All right, cool. We definitely have longer episodes than the one that I used to do. If you've noticed, I've been recording less and less. I used to upload 50 minutes to probably around 40 minutes episodes on my YouTube channel, and now I don't do it as much because I mostly think that it's more proper to do those long streams on live stream instead of on a YouTube recording. And I'm just doing this because this is a very good time for me to relax. Because when you're live, well, you gotta have to talk to chat. You have to interact with the other people inside, and sometimes you just need some time alone. Just like what I'm doing right now. Let me drink my coffee first. Yes. Mhm. So for the young kids out there, if you are around the age of 17 to 18, and I think at that age, most people should be graduating high school. I think so. It depends on really where you live, but in my country, around those ages, around that age range, you should be graduating senior high school. So I think you should start to get ready for some stuff that you might not expect. For example, college. Man, college can be really hard for some people. I know that my brother is struggling with college a lot as well. He's trying to manage multiple interests and having being productive in college as well. And it just pains me when I see my brother struggling that much. So I just want people to keep it down. You don't have to work too hard, but kind of have to take some parts and enjoy it. I was definitely not the most. I wasn't the smartest student in my program as well. I was quite average in my opinion. um, and I don't know. I guess I just don't click with some of my instructors, some of my lecturers in college. Maybe because I have like a different education kind of with my parents, and they didn't really teach me to stay in college and work really hard at a company for 10 years. That's not their advice. My dad is quite the opposite. You got to jump all over the place. You got to do you got to start a business. You have to learn this, you have to learn that. And I'm quite grateful that that was how my dad taught me, as well as my mom. My mom was definitely more conservative with her ideas, not as radical as my dad. I think my dad was really radical about some of his points that I should be totally I should be totally independent and I shouldn't rely on anyone. That's what he said, and it's kind of true because it's very hard to really depend on everyone else, and you kind of have to do it all by yourself, which is what I think he reflects a lot from his way of teaching and his way of parenting to me and my little brother. Is that I think it's because men are just hardwired to be providers, right? And so that's what we do best. And so that's what my dad did as well. My dad didn't really complain, and so he would be really mad if we complained too much, because life is hard and etc. etc. And I agree with him. I agree with him completely. Um, but at the time, I didn't really see that. I didn't really understand what he was doing. Like, why are you being mad at me? I was just complaining. But now I get it because hey, life is hard. Get a helmet. Get a helmet and be ready for it because you cannot rely on most people. And such are the things with relationships. Man, relationships can really dumb you down, in my opinion. Because I was in one, and if I am to start another relationship, like a romantic one, obviously, for marriage, of course, um, I'd be more quiet, and I would be more honest as well with what I feel, because I wasn't really honest about how I feel. I think it's also because I just really didn't understand what I feel when I was in my last relationship. So self consciousness is very important as well. Like you have to know yourself quite a lot before you start in a relationship. You have to know what you don't like. You have to know what you like. You gotta know which are the parts that you are improving and which are the parts that are you haven't improved in yet. Kind of. Let's see the map. Let's see how we're doing. This looks pretty good. See, we kind of like brushed it off from this area right here. Why is there a what is there? Oh, that's a crafting table. So that was the brown spot that was in my map. I was confused. Check what my WhatsApp again. My WhatsApp is for the most important things in my life, quite literally. That's where my mom is. That's where my dad is. That's where my money goes. Cool. I don't know, man. Indonesian people just like using WhatsApp. We don't use anything else. Sometimes Telegram if you want to, but most people just use WhatsApp nowadays. I used to be a hardcore Line user. So Line is this other a messaging app that I think lots of Japanese people use as well as people in Thailand. Because I was in Bangkok for a few days and they do not have WhatsApp. Man, it was very hard to communicate with some of the drivers because all they had was Line, and so I had to install Line back in, and I have to remake my own account because I deleted my old account, and I have to add the drivers there and talk with them because I used to want to work in Line because of how Line really impacted my teenage years. That's the point where your company is successful when the people who use your product want to go there to work. You know, I think that's how I feel with most of my with most of the things that I use. Like if I find it really helpful that oh man, I really want to work at this company because I would know at which areas I could improve. Like for example, I use Google obviously, but Google is very hard to get into. So let's think of another one that I use a lot. I guess Nvidia and AMD would be really good places to work because I think I started researching about GPUs a lot when I was in my last year of college, mostly because I was using GPUs to train my AI model that I was kind of like copy and pasting it. But I honestly I was improving some of the stuff and I was trying to make it the code mine because the only thing when it comes to programming AI, you kind of have to code it all by yourself, or not because if you read other people's code, you won't really understand them. You kind of have to rewrite the whole thing, and which I did. Had to blow my nose there for a bit. This happens a lot when I stream. I think it's because I'm really nervous when I talk and there's no one around, you know. But I don't know. I was just really used to not having any viewers around, so talking by myself is pretty normal. Not in a way that it's weird, but I think it's at the point where I'm secure with myself and I'm able to articulate my thoughts quite clearly on stream and on recordings. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that. I don't think that's something that everyone has. The more I do this, the more I can, communicate my thoughts way better on recordings and in English as well. That's the whole point of me doing this on YouTube and on Discord too. I guess I don't talk too much on Discord nowadays, but when I can, I do talk there. You know, to practice my English and whatnot, so that I don't lose these features of mine. That I just happen to be quite good at English, and at a point where I'm very confident, speaking with it to foreigners. This is like a pure introvert moment for me, but I remember when I was in Bangkok and I was trying to buy, I think it was like some kind of backpack, and I thought it was really cool. And I wanted to bring it back home, and I bought it. And I spoke with a stranger. She was really kind. She was there with her husband. I think she was from Spain, and she told me she was in Bangkok for a few times already, and we were trying to negotiate the price with the seller. And it was just really funny because I think it was the very first time where I was confident with my English. I was able to actually spike up a conversation and follow up with it, because every time I start a conversation, I cannot continue. My brain just froze, like, oh, what am I supposed to say next? But maybe because I was just in a really relaxed mood when I was there. So for those who are looking to study English and to practice your speaking mostly, just go overseas. Try to meet with other people who speaks English overseas. They'll come up right to you. Because that's what happened to me. Well, let me cook the rest of this gold. Do I have any more stuff in here? All right. Let me store my things inside. Let's go to sleep first because it's nighttime. It's very dark. As you can see, I am very religious with my sleep. I always want to get enough sleep. Ooh, we don't have enough space anymore. That's not good. That's not good at all. But let me store my cobblestone in here. Bada bing, bada boom. And there you go. Very nice. Let me grab my copper. I didn't realize I have copper in here. There are zombies under my house. I should probably clear that out. Do I have more charcoal? I think I have them in here, was it? Ah, there you go. Yeah, I knew I had some here. All right, cool. Coolios. Let's cook them. And then let's make this into blocks of gold. How many blocks of gold do we have? 31. Man, we have lots of stuff. Something that I just realized is that I'm surprised that we don't have that much iron. Because I used to be the guy who holds a lot of iron ingots. I think this is a sign that I should be starting my iron golem farm or something. Yeah, I don't have that much iron. I just realized that. This is not... I used to have like 3 blocks at least of these things, but now I don't have it anymore. Very disappointing. And let's just wait for these to cook. That's good. I want to check on the farm. Let's see on the farm. Ooh, why is it laggy now? 55 FPS. GPU 100%. Alright, cool. The farm is very beautiful, as you can see. I think I can harvest all of these, right? Most likely. Oop, did I step on the pumpkin? No, I did. Okay, good. Let me just get rid of these pumpkins. Man, I really want to start a Minecraft realms for Java. I probably should right now. I mean, I have the money, but now I'm just thinking if I have enough return over investment for it if I do. Because I want to make this world, I want to save this world, and I want to make it into Realms world, and so that my friends can play on it. And yeah, I want them to be around here. I just want my friends to hang out with me a lot. I think most of the money that I've earned from streaming and from mostly, again, I reinvest it all into having more time with my friends and playing with them. And I just want them to be happy, man. I really do. And because I want to be happy as well. I want to be as happy as well. I know some of my friends in my on Discord are getting married as well, which is really really cool. And it's very weird, because you used to hang out with them in VC, and the next day they're getting married. Like what? Like how are you getting married? When am I gonna do it? Oh man. Alrighty. Let's oops, sorry about that. There was a truck speeding through my front office. I think the sound is way too loud. That's why I've been bothered by it so much. Alright, cool. Farming is really nice with shaders on. It does look good though. It looks really good, in my opinion. It's very satisfying. See how productive I am when I'm not streaming. I think because it's when I'm streaming, I will always try to entertain instead of work on my projects. So that's why we didn't really finish anything when I'm streaming because I'm always chatting with the live chat. I should do this on Twitch perhaps, but I don't know, man. Twitch isn't exactly family friendly right now. That's why I don't do it as much on Twitch. I just do stuff on YouTube. Sorry, you're not fully grown yet. I will not harvest you yet. Because I don't want more seeds in my inventory. I want more wheat. More wheat. Okay. Alright. Ooh, I missed this spot right here. I should grab my hoe. Let me go back inside the house first to grab the hoe. I think I have it in one of these chests right here. There you go. I knew it. I knew it was there. Now the reason the farm I always like farming is because I can use the farm to to trade with the villages, and because I can trade wheat and I can trade carrots with them, and pumpkins as well. Ooh, it's really nice. Is it quicker when I use the hoe to harvest instead of using my own fist? I don't know. Maybe that was just a bias because I was using the hoe. Boom. Where's the carrots? Let me replant those carrots. All right. Okay. Let me store my seeds first. One, two, three. One, two, three. Can make them into a bone meal because of the composter. It's a very, very useful addition to Minecraft. I like it. Composters are awesome. And the shaders is looking really good as well. Look at how beautiful it is. Man, that looks good. Oops. I drop a few over here. All right. Oh, I accidentally stepped on that as well. Let me replace that with my carrots. All right. See how satisfying farming is, guys? This is why I like farming. It's really nice. Yeah. I completely zone in when I farm. I just don't care about other things. I just want to keep farming. It's how I'm programmed. Oh, not supposed to eat that. Wait. Let me go back to my composting machine. You get in here. And do I have a crafting table? Yes, I do. Make it into a... There you go. That's way more nicer. Way nicer. Sorry. Incorrect grammar. I'm such a bad English speaker. Ooh, it's getting nighttime. Ooh, the sun looks kind of weird with that, but sure, it looks good. Ooh, the moonlight. I can see the rays. That's so cool. Ho, 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 ho. Man, that looks so cool. Wait. Let me go back here. And let me take a screenshot of that. Because this looks amazing. Look at that. Wait. Oh, I should move here. I'm gonna take another angle of this. There you go. Man, that looks really good. I'm gonna make that the thumbnail. The moon looks really cool. Let's continue harvesting these carrots. Man, we have a lot of carrots, huh? We're almost done. We're almost there. I know this takes a while, but it's fun. It's farming, I mean, so who doesn't like farming? Alright. We have too many things in our inventory now. I think this is too much. Let's go to sleep first, and then let's go to the village, and we're gonna be grabbing those what do you call them? Oh, yeah, we're gonna be trading with the villages, and then we'll just end the episode right here. Another day in the Minecraft survival world with Marshall. Another productive day. Let us go to the villages. And let's sip my coffee. Coffee is so good. Da, 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 da. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Look at that. Ooh. My house looks really good with this. Wait, what? Let me take a screenshot of this real quick. And boom. Alright, that looks good. I'm happy now. I'm very happy. I'm glad that I did this recording. Everything looks so pretty now. Everything looks so pretty. I really wish I have like a really good computer so I can try more shaders. This is really cool. Alright. Time to sell our items. You are the librarian that I just hired. I will not trade with you. I think this. Are you a librarian as well? Oh yeah, you are. Wait. Can I not interact with you? There you go. Sweeping edge, looting. Ooh, I really hope you have a mending book in there. If you don't, well, I'll just force you to have it later. Oh man, that's it. You can't buy my thingies, my carrots. Where are the other villages? They're over here. Ah, there's 3 of you here. Wow, that's a lot of you here. That's enough for 1 villager, man. Don't have to mugs your own brother's work. Do you sell? Okay, yeah, you buy carrots, cool. That's it? Where's the other one? Where's your other fella? Oh man, did he run away? There's 3 of you here. There's another one over here. Oh yeah, there's the one inside this house that is always trapped. You're not going anywhere, sir. Oh wow, you can buy a lot of my carrots. That's good. All right, and we can convert the hay bales. Ah, you don't buy. Okay. All right, cool. I'll just talk with the other guys. Thank you for doing business with me. Yes, there you go. All right, good stuff, man. Thank you. Let's grab over here. I think that's it. Oh, we can just convert this into paper. Did my my Animal Crossing music just stop? Well, we've been streaming for quite a while. All right. I mean, we've been recording for quite a while. I'm not streaming. My bad. I forgot about that. Okay. You do not sell paper. You do not buy paper. Do you buy paper? I think you buy paper, right? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. There you go. Well, thank you for doing business with me. Good. Let's keep them here. And let's go back to our base. Look at how pretty that looks. Look at that. Oh, I accidentally dropped into the water. Let me quit F5. The water is also really clear. Man, this looks good. Look at that. Look at how clear the water is. Man, this looks so good. I probably need to buy to get me some more shroom lights so that I can place them underwater. I think they would look even better. Alright. Okay, I'm just checking out my stuff on my WhatsApp. It's all good. Well, we have lots of things to do because we actually cleared out this place that I promised last episode. We cleared it out. Look at that. And that looks amazing, doesn't it? And now we can just tidy up this place to have it all with dirt. As you can see, the green dirt is spreading right away, so it does look good on the map, does it? Look at that. Yeah, that looks really good. All right. I am very happy with this. Let's go back in here and let us put away our emeralds. I believe I have a few here. Man, we have lots of emeralds. We are rich. Look at that. Let's go. Power tree, protection tree. Is there protection 4? I think there should be protection 4. Oh, there is. There's protection 4. What am I talking about? There is. I'm being the Lulu now. Wait, do I get infinity? Can I get infinity, please? Ah, flame. I need infinity, man. I really need infinity. But sure, I'll just keep it for now. Look at how clean this is. Look at how good this looks. Look at this. Oh man. My hall of supporters. Look at that. I think I should have my friends' Discord usernames on this as well, because they were my very early supporters. So let's have them there. Oh, that would be actually a very good idea. I should make like a board out of gold blocks for my friends on Discord. That would be really cool. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay, I think that's it for today's episode. If you'd like to see more of my shenanigans, you can go ahead and give me a follow. Oh, sorry, you can go ahead and subscribe my YouTube channel. I'm not on TikTok. Go ahead and subscribe my YouTube channel. I have some stuff in my link tree, which is the place where all my links are. You can check it out. I have my TikTok there. I have my YouTube channel, and I have my... What else do I have there? I forgot, but yeah, I have all sort of things. I have my Substack there as well, I think. So yeah, if you wanna see me again, just go ahead and subscribe and keep up to date with the project. So I hope you have a good day, and God bless you. God bless you.